This is the Extra Point Podcast from Arizona's family.
Well, Phoenix Rising has a new coach, but he's a familiar face to Valley soccer fans. So let's welcome him here into the Extra Point Podcast. Juan Guerra joins us now, the new manager for Phoenix Rising. But this is a place that you know pretty well, correct?
That's correct, brother. I was here last year, and I'm very, very happy to be back.
So when you got the call to come back to Phoenix Rising, what was your emotions?
A lot of emotions, because I was at a place where we were doing a very good job, where we were already building for 7 months. But as soon as my phone rang and it was this organization, I also knew the opportunity that was ahead of me. The organization knows how much I cared and loved this crest, this organization, and the players that are in this locker room. So for me, at the end of the day, it was a decision that I had to make. And now I'm here. I can't wait to get started. I can't wait to start competing and hopefully being able to achieve the objectives and goals that are going to have to be set up for short term, midterm, and long term as well.
And you were here for some fun times. I mean, they came storming on the scene here in Valley Sports. So what has made this place so special for you?
Fan base, the identity, the core values of the organization, and the vision. There's an organization that understands what it takes to compete, that provides the technical side with the resources that you need in order to be able to compete at a high level, and that's what every coaching staff and player wants. So at the end of the day, the decision was to come over here and make sure that we can put together a team that can compete, that we can put together a team that puts us in a position where we want to be, and also where the organization, the fan base, players, and staff also deserve to be.
And when you look at it now, you look at the success that was had here with Phoenix Rising, storming out of the gate, and then kind of where the team is this year. As you assess things, how much work, what's kind of your first order of business here to get it back on track?
There's a lot of work to do, man, because if not, I wouldn't be here. That's just the truth, and that's the reality. We want to make sure that we can inject happiness back to the locker room, that we can inject sense of belonging back to the locker room, and most importantly, identity. We have to make sure that we understand who we are, that we understand what we want to be, and that the goals that we want to achieve have to be clear. For that, the players need to understand how we want to play, and we want to make sure that we put an identity that reflects the personality, that reflects the character of the state of Arizona, that reflects the character of the fans and supporters that come watch us play, and also reflects the character of this organization.
Any surprise that this job came open after? I mean, you took the job. I would imagine you thought, man, that I'd love to come back here at some point, but it probably didn't look like it was going to happen. So, when it came open? I guess what was your thought?
Well, at the end of the day, it's professional sports, and this happens everywhere, not just in soccer. It happens in every single sports, and at the end of the day, it is pretty normal. When the opportunity came, obviously, it's something that I've always wanted. When I left in December, I'd made very clear that this was not going to be my last chance or opportunity in Phoenix, and that I was going to leave with the intention of learning, of growing, of absorbing, and waiting for the opportunity to come back. And now I have this opportunity, and like I said earlier in the call, I'm very, very happy to be back.
And you've played soccer all over the world, from Venezuela originally. Why is Phoenix the spot for you?
Like I said, I think it's I know this is an organization that we shared very, very similar or the same visions, ideas. We are both obsessed with growth, with development. We're very ambitious, and we understand that being able to compete, being able to win, and being able to bring happiness to players, to the community, to the fan base, supporters, and the state is one of the most important things in professional sports. And this is why I'm here. I'm here because there's an organization that gives you the resources to be able to compete, and then it's up to us as coaches and the coaching staff and the players to make sure that we can execute.
And when you look at, there's not much season left here, but what needs to be done to get this thing angling towards a spot here in the postseason?
there's 10 games left, and starting on Saturday, in the next 7 days after Saturday, we're gonna play 3 matches. It is gonna be a very very hard let's say closure of the season. We have to make sure that we start inserting ideas little by little. We have to make sure that the emotional levels and the psychological levels and aspects get higher, and also that the players understand that they got nothing to lose. I'm here to support them 100%. I'm gonna make sure that we push. I'm gonna make sure that we start fixing things one at a time, and we're gonna take this one game at a time. I knew since I took the job, when I came here, people were gonna start asking about playoffs and about the goals for this year. And of course, we want to win. Of course, we want to make the playoffs. But if we want to turn this around, we have to take it one training session at a time, one game at a time. For us right now, our goal this week is to implement the idea, to have a clear vision, to have a clear game plan to go to El Paso and make sure we can execute on Saturday. After that, we'll start talking about RGV at home. And then after RGV, we start talking about Colorado. We're going to take this one game at a time.
And is there anything, will the fans out there notice anything, any type of major differences in watching your team when they take the pitch?
We'll see. We'll see Saturday, and then we'll see Wednesday, and then next Saturday. First of all, we have to assess what do I have in the locker room, which I know at least probably 75% of the players in there. I know who they are as players and persons on and off the field. And I have to see how they are. How are they mentality? How's the mentality right now? Psychologically, how do they feel? How are their fitness levels? And then when I put those three things together, we jump on the field and I see technically where are they? Tactically, can they absorb my idea and my vision? And then when I put all of those things together, I'm going to try to put the strongest team that we can on the field in order to be successful.
And when you think about just the emergence of Phoenix Rising here in the Valley and how it was like a rocket ship at the beginning with Drogba and the win streak, and where would you say it is right now, and what are the goals for it to keep growing here in the future?
We have to make sure that, like I said to you, right, about 2 minutes ago, it's taking this one training session at a time. We're gonna keep building. We have to make sure that every day we push forward. We're providing a lot of information to the players this week. Then hopefully that information becomes knowledge for them. In training sessions, we start testing that information that had become knowledge. And then when the game time comes, we try to execute. I mean, we have to try to make sure that we take this one game at a time. That allows us the opportunity to win enough games and make enough points to make it to the playoffs. And then we all know how the American professional pyramid or system works. Once you're in the playoffs, anything can happen. And then trying to finish this year as strong as we can, to have the motivation levels high in order to make sure that we can put a very strong team together in the off season.
Did you miss this heat at all?
Yeah, I miss absolutely everything about Arizona.
Interesting. Favorite restaurant? Was there like a post-game spot where we can find you, going through the tape, everything like that?
Well, usually after the games, we eat in the locker room, but usually Sundays with the families, we spend some time in downtown Chandler. There's also a very good Venezuelan restaurant here, and it's close by that we go eat a lot. It's a great place. It's a great place. It's an unbelievable community, and it has such loyal supporters and fan base. And this is absolutely everything that I identify with. And like I said before, I'm super happy to be here.
All right, and the name of the Venezuelan restaurant, I'm gonna go to check this out. What makes a good Venezuelan meal?
A good Venezuelan meal. Well, we have arepas, which is kind of like a corn bread that you stuff it with protein. It could be meat, it could be chicken, avocado, cheese. It's pretty good, man. We have different other stuff, but that's definitely my favorite.
Well, I'm seeing the smile on your face right now, and we appreciate you spending time, and good to have you home. So good luck the rest of the way, and thanks for spending some time with us.
I appreciate you, brother. Thank you for providing the platform, and I just hope the fans and the supporters are ready to come and support the boys. These guys are training every single day in very, very hostile weather conditions, and they come out here and they give 100% every single day to make sure that they can represent this organization and fan base as best as possible. And I'm here to support them. I'm here to try to provide for them and get them to their best level so we can compete one more time.
The Extra Point Podcast is a production of 3TV, CBS 5, and azfamily.com in Phoenix, Arizona.